Good morning. My name is Erin Gall, and I'm here with the Rocky Mount Area Chamber of Commerce and the Small Business Committee to congratulate Sarah and Ryan Hicks with Bin & Barrel on their June Small Business of the Month win. We have many, obviously, monthly winners throughout the year, but I'm really excited to be here with Bin & Barrel as they're a true, not just chamber supporter, but a friend and supporter of the community, downtown businesses, wonderful business advocates, and they are involved with as much as you can possibly think of. They're down here at Station Square in downtown Rocky Mount. They have a beautiful courtyard area. You all also have a wonderfor wine program that people can buy into every month, and you curate selections based on their preferences. And they have wonderful snacks, hors d'oeuvres, and a lounge area inside that you can sit down and grab a drink, chit chat, or have a meeting. Sarah, we really appreciate everything you do for the community. You're about to celebrate your 3-year anniversary in November. So tell us a little bit about how you've grown over the last few years.
Oh, well, I think when Ryan and I decided to take on this endeavor about 3 years ago, right around now was when we truly started attacking it. We were incredibly nervous that Rocky Mount wasn't quite ready for a wine bar like we are now, and we just feel like we've been totally embraced by the community, and we continue to be told that we need bigger space all of the time, which I guess is a good problem to have. So we just hope to continue what we've been doing for the last 2.5 years, and we've just been very thankful that the community of Rocky Mount has loved us. We love you too. Yeah.
David, would you like to say some words to Sarah?
I would. Thank you, Erin. And as much to our viewers as to you two, Sarah and Ryan really do embrace the phrase of giving back to a community. As we all know, our community and our world, frankly, stopped in March of last year. And Sarah and Ryan have been fortunate with their sales here, even though the bar itself had to close, and maintained a pretty robust business. And they came to us at the chamber several months ago with a proposition that they would like to help us raise money for some of the downtown merchants that had suffered and had not been as fortunate as Bin & Barrel. And they were very successful in that, raising over $3,000 that we helped distribute to needy businesses in the downtown region. And if that's not heart and giving back, I don't know what is. But it's very typical of both of them, frankly. It's a great family atmosphere here. You come here in the late afternoons, early evenings, or if you need something like I did Saturday, we were hosting something Tuesday night, and Sarah knows, Lord knows I don't know what I need, and I came in and said, we've got so many men, so many women, most of them will drink beer, most of them will drink wine, 2 are poor, I realize that. I walked out not knowing what I had, but it was absolutely perfect. And that's the kind of confidence you have when you come down here. But congratulations on this honor. Congratulations on your first 2.5 years here in Rocky Mount, and we're so excited for the future of you.
Thank you.
Well, everybody come down, see Sarah, Ryan, and Caitlin, and enjoy a glass of wine, a beer, some appetizers, or your famous popcorn.
Yeah.
Folks, you are in for a big treat because we are at the coolest shop. I really think it's the coolest shop in all of Rocky Mount and maybe the whole Twin County area. And Sarah and Ryan Hicks are responsible for it. And we are in Station Square in downtown. And this is just like it makes you happy to come in here.
It's our little oasis.
Oh yeah, we wanted to stand here because, I mean, how beautiful is this?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you all spent quite a while in the intro we talked about, or you talked to Erin about, it took you a while to plan it. About 3 years ago now you started planning it. But Ryan, in reality, I mean, with your background in hospitality and food and whatnot, this was always kind of a secret dream of yours, wasn't it?
Yeah, so me and Sarah spent a lot of time in Northern California, and both rooted in the hospitality industry. with our experience and our love and passion for it, especially with wine and viniculture, we decided this was the time. Rocky Mount's going through a great revitalization in downtown, and we wanted to be a part of that. And what better to bring our love and our gift to downtown Rocky Mount.
And you don't really have any competition. I mean, grocery stores, but I can't walk up to a
No, don't give
guy
anybody
with an
ideas.
apron on. No. But your pricing's great. Your variety's great. Who does the buying? How do you decide what to?
That would be me.
That's all Sarah.
Yeah. So one thing we knew when we decided to open this was we wanted approachable wine that was friendly on the wallet, but was still absolutely delicious. So we've really done it. We decided that from the very beginning we had to have wine that was going to be really, really good. It may not be labels that you know about. It may come from crazy areas like Bosnia and Croatia and Macedonia, but it's fantastic. And it's not going to break the bank if you want to take home 6 bottles at a time. So that was kind of our goal from the beginning, and I think we've really been able, people trust us after 2.5 years to know that I may not be able to understand anything on this label, but I know that it's going to be good.
And how do you research to know? I mean, I guess you're having to taste a lot of it
Yeah,
yourselves?
we use 12 different distributors in the state of North Carolina, and each one of them, either on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis, comes into the shop with me and tastes on new wines. So it's a really hard job. So I get a chance
Poor
to,
Sarah.
it's really tough. So I get a chance to sit and actually taste all the wines before they come into the shop. So I know probably what's going to sell. I know what's going to be great by the glass. I know what goes into our wine club. But there's nothing that I put out here that I haven't tasted, because I want to make sure the quality will always be there.
Tell us about your wine club.
That's a lot of fun and a lot of work, but we love it. So we have a quarterly wine club, and you can opt in at 3 different levels. It's a 2-bottle, a 6-bottle, and a 12-bottle. And each person that opts in, their wine club shipment is cultivated specifically for their taste. So if you're a 12-bottle member, there's probably maybe 2 that get the same exact identical box because they're similar in their tastes. But we have about 25 in our 12-bottle membership right now, and almost every single one of them gets completely different wines. Because I'm putting things in there that I know they like, or maybe I'm pushing the boundaries with them a little bit to try some new stuff. So I only do it quarterly so I can take 3 months to really hone in and try to figure out exactly what needs to go in everybody's individual shipments.
And by shipments, do you literally ship them? Or
I
what?
wish we could. The state of North Carolina does not allow you to ship any alcohol.
Because of age limits for who can purchase?
Yeah, and the ABC Commission really wants to control a lot of that. So unfortunately we can only do pickups, but we can't ship. But I wish maybe someday North Carolina.
You've got that cute little vehicle out there that I saw your name on it. What do you use that for?
That's actually Station Squares, the little rickshaw. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, it was a trial run with the event center and things going on downtown. To be able to transport people maybe back from the event center or other restaurants.
Because your
downtown.
name's on it.
Oh
yeah. We put our sponsorship on it. But yeah, it's a cool little like I said, rickshaw, and can transport people downtown.
Sarah, your description of how much of yourself you put into choosing wines for people is amazing. I've never heard of anybody who cares that much to listen so intently and try to please people.
I'm a people pleaser.
I bet, well, that's a good thing when you're in the business you are.
Absolutely.
Is it, when the crowds come, you have tastings, you have food here, kind of tell the whole array of what's available.
So from Tuesday to Saturday, 11 to 7, we have about 20 different wines by the glass that we serve all day long, and a small assortment of beer. And then we do some we call them snacks or small plates that are also available throughout the day. We wanted to make sure that if someone was going to come in and enjoy some good wine, that they had something yummy to snack on as well. So nothing major, charcuterie boards, popcorn, pretzels, things like that. And
Prepared here
prepared
in the kitchen?
here in the
Okay.
kitchen, yes. And our flatbreads change about every 2 or 3 weeks. So that's the one thing that's ever changing. And then on a monthly basis, we do wine tasting classes. So we do 2 nights once a month where it's only 20 people in each class, and they come and sit down and they get a chance to taste different wines. One of our distributors comes in and kind of teaches what they're tasting, and every time is a theme. So we've had rosé, we've had Washington State wines, we've had fun and funky, where everything was from Croatia and Bosnia and crazy places like that.
I think you need to go visit and check the vineyards to make sure they're safe.
I'm waiting for COVID to officially be over so they let us in. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we just come and hang out and have fun and enjoy ourselves drinking wine and eating good food.
What is this kind of a gathering place for a group that's kind of started to come and they know that their friends will be here and they know it's a good place to hang out?
We have a good amount of regulars. You know, we have local folks in town that use it for their small business meetings at lunch if they're meeting 2 or 3 people. And then to your point, yeah, we have folks that show up at 5:30 for a glass of wine and know they're going to see a familiar face. We've got a great following and great support from the community, and even if there's no one here, Caitlin, Sarah, or Lori are extremely hospitable, and it's just a fun place to hang out.
I mean, yes, indeed. I have picked that up. Well, and I would think all ages too. I mean, I would
absolutely.
think about young people because they're just kind of a little more walking around and sociable. But I would feel very comfortable coming here. And you know, just meeting interesting people and having a good conversation. And quite frankly, a glass of wine will help the conversation flow well.
It always does, yes ma'am.
Can turn into fun conversations too.
So if a person came in though and said, I'm having this function, here's the food I'm serving, you will take it from there.
Yes, yeah, both. So myself and then Caitlin, who's kind of our right-hand man, our manager here, she's really honed her skills too as far as the wine goes. So if either one of us are here and you have no idea what you're doing, you just know you're having a barbecue or you're having a fish fry, we can kind of help guide you in things that are going to work best as far as crowd pleasers and what's going to go well with what you're eating and all those kind of, you know, little nuances that just kind of make a party a little bit better.
And is it seasonal? Because like going into the hot summer months now, would you back off on, you know, maybe do the Pinot Grigios and Pinot Noirs instead of the heavier?
Yes, we definitely in the summer months get a little heavier on our whites, rosés, sparklings. We tend to bring in more of those that are special because we also get like our distributors usually put those on special. But yeah, and then back out a little bit on the reds. And then when it's wintertime, we ramp up on the reds.
And you've got an outdoor place too.
Yes.
You know, this is not exactly the type of day that one will want to sit out there in eastern North Carolina, but is that a gathering place too?
Oh, it's probably what brings people in, honestly. Especially during COVID, it was amazing to be one of the few places that actually could offer outdoor seating that wasn't, you know, makeshift like on the street. So that was a huge plus, and it's actually what brought us to be in this space was the patio.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we saw that and we said, oh, this is cool. So we know people think the same thing when they walk in.
If people haven't been to tastings, tell us what's involved in a tasting, right?
So our tastings now, to Sarah's point, it's the third or fourth week, so towards the end of the month.
And you've got a great web page, and people can get on your
social
email
media,
list.
Yep. And we do it 2 nights in a row. And like Sarah said, a distributor will come in, she'll taste, make sure. I think the one coming up is summer barbecue wines. And then we also will pair that with a small plate. So it's a sit-down, more formal type educational class.
Is there a fee for doing that? I would think.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we do $20 a ticket. That includes 5 wines to taste, plus your small food paired little snack that goes with it. And then everything that we taste that evening is on discount that evening as well if you want to purchase any bottles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and when people talk about tastings, I mean, people don't just knock down big glasses.
Oh,
no.
no.
I mean, it's a tasting.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of wine per, like each glass per wine. So in the end, you're probably having about 2 full glasses of wine, but you're definitely not taking back a whole bottle.
And you're having food to go with it, which is
Absolutely.
always a good thing.
Yes.
Future plans? I mean, this is great. I heard you say people are pushing you to to have more space.
Yeah, more space would always be great. You know, we're celebrating 3 years in November. I don't want to say we've outgrown this space, but we obviously would stay downtown. We love our shop here. There's no reason to leave other than if space becomes an issue, yeah, we might. But it will always be in downtown Rocky Mount, for sure.
But it's just a wonderful little niche here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're known for being here. One final question before we take a break. Do people come from out of town?
Yeah, we actually get quite a few folks that are traveling through to go to the coast. So we find, especially in the summertime and over holiday weeks, we get a lot of folks that we're coming from Pennsylvania and we needed a place to stop on our way to, Nag's Head, and you popped up. So we get quite a few of that kind of transient business as well.
Yes, people traveling with pets. We've got water stations outside on the patio for dogs and cats and whatever your animal may be. So yeah, great place to stop.
We've had a baby kangaroo out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and to start when you did and then go through the COVID and be doing well and whatnot, I mean, what a tribute to your business, good business sense, and a great product.
And it speaks volumes for the city of Rocky Mount too. There's a lot of options for wine in town, whether it be a grocer or a big box store, and for folks to support us through COVID. I mean, they have plenty of options, right? But for them to support us through that, it's just we're truly blessed for that. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, and the fact that you say you're price conscious for people and you take all those things and you work with people.
Yeah.
You know what they want and what they can afford, and you do it for them.
Yep.
And give them a great experience too. I mean, how cool is that? I can't read what's on this, but Sarah said it's good.
Gotta trust her. Her.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and we are going to meet your Caitlin.
Yep.
When we come back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sarah, this is your main person, right? My girl. You want to introduce her?
Yes, so this is Caitlin. She has been with us almost as long as we've been open.
Yeah.
At about 4 months in, I realized this thing was taking off a little bit more than expected and about had a breakdown and said, I need help. And she came to my rescue. She worked with me just part-time at the beginning, and then she was able to come work in more and more, and it's just been awesome to have her. And then she stuck it out with me through COVID.
Yeah.
I had to, very as nice as I could, say, please, I can't have you here, but can you please not go anywhere else?
Wait for me.
Yeah, just wait for me. And she did. So she's been helping me since the beginning, and I don't know what I would do without her. And so we love her. We love Caitlin, and everyone loves Caitlin. When I'm not here as an owner, it's really nice knowing that I can step away and feel confident that there's somebody else here that can handle just about anything that I could. Even though people don't think she can, everybody. She really, really can.
I believe you. So what do you like about your job?
Well, I mean, it's not bad to have an awesome boss like Sarah. She really is. I mean, she taught me everything I know. It's fun to learn. When I first started here, I've been in hospitality most of my life, but starting here, I knew nothing about wine, and I told Sarah that, and she was like, well, I can teach you. I just need you to smile and take care of everybody for me. And I was like, well, I'm good at that. So that worked out. And I just enjoy seeing our regular customers every day. They're all lovely. And
so a lot of regulars.
A lot of regulars.
We do, yeah.
Yep. In fact, when we see somebody walk in that we don't know, we're almost like, where'd you come from?
What are you doing here?
Welcome.
Yeah.
And you're one of the people that if somebody comes and there's nobody else here and they want to talk, they can kind of hang out with you.
Yeah, Sarah taught me pretty much, how to lead their way to what wines they want and everything. And for the past 2 years, I've accumulated, I'm pretty much like a little Sarah now is what I tell people. When they ask for Sarah, I'm like, I'm the little Sarah, so I can help you. And if I can't, I don't mind calling her on the phone.
Well, and I understand it. We didn't talk about it on the first part, but Ryan has taken some classes, so he has some credentials.
Yes, so he's a level 2 out of 4 levels sommelier. My training came in the form of at a winery, so I didn't actually need any credentials like he needed it, so I just never went and actually got it. But we are, pre-COVID, we were actually going to send Caitlin to do some of the classes, and then they canceled them. So they're starting them back up again. So we're gonna get her in, and I mean, she'll be an all-star in that class because I'm pretty sure she already knows everything. It'll just be that little piece of paper that, check the box.
Yeah.
But how nice for you to have the resources.
It is. No, it is. I'm very lucky. Not a lot of people
have the resources or the backup from their boss and owners like I do. So
Wait, the wine tastings, are you here helping with the food and the tastings?
Yeah, I help her set up for them, and then she kind of goes, we have them set up in a larger meeting room so that people have the space to sit down, basically, and they're not crowding our small bar. So I kind of hold down the shop while she sets up everything else in the little meeting room down the hall. So, yeah.
And so in Station Square, that room to the left, when one comes in the front door, you meet it.
We take it over.
Wow.
Take it over.
Yep, we take it
wonderful.
over for 2 nights. It's nice to have that option. Not a lot of places, sometimes you're confined to just your 4 walls. We get lucky being in Station Square that we have that ability to break out of our 4 walls for special stuff like this. So, and I'm glad that we have Caitlin, because if we didn't have her, I wouldn't be able to do the classes. So she really helps a lot that day, probably more than she realizes she does.
Caitlin, you were bringing out food, and we were all kind of, oh, wow. Maybe we follow her, we'll just cancel this. But what types of food do you serve?
Well, the whole menu, really. So we have charcuterie, we have popcorn, we have a flatbread special that we change the toppings up on.
Is that up there?
Yeah, so we put our specials up on the board, and then we have a menu that's set for all the time that stays the same. We even have ahi tuna and pretzels.
Oh, you do? Wow.
Yeah. And everything's prepared here, so all of that, really.
And you do that?
Yes.
So everybody kind of does everything? Is
Oh
that-
yeah. You kind of have to be a woman of many talents to work
yeah.
here, because you have to do a little bit of everything.
Well, good. Well, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you get some of the credit too to help design it and whatnot. And you've got bar stools, so people sit at the bar here, and you stand behind and visit and
And she's
entertain.
And I'm the entertainer, yeah.
Or there's seating area, and
Yeah,
Sarah will
we
be
have-
sitting over there shortly outside. If you were to tell somebody, you said, well, gosh, I've never been there, but this sounds kind of interesting, tell them why they should come.
Because there's a wine bar in Rocky Mount, and that's, I think, reason enough.
That's pretty awesome
I
that
think-
Rocky Mount
yeah,
downtown
right.
has a wine bar.
And it's surprising, too. Some people still aren't aware that we are down here. So when I talk about where I work, they're like, wine bar in Rocky Mount. And I'm like, yes, and it's awesome. And we have this beautiful courtyard, and we have all these wines on the wall, and you can come in and just have a drink and have a snack and just kind of, like Sarah said, it's like a little oasis almost, just to take a break.
And good parking too. I mean,
Great
in a
parking,
bigger
yeah.
city, they have to pay to park, or they have to drive
Yeah.
around, but
Yep.
readily available, and
Yep.
you can come in from the inside, or you can come from the outside to get here. And when are your hours again?
Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7. Yeah.
And all ages. I mean, you'll entertain old people as well as young
Well,
people.
as long as you're 21, yes.
Right.
Kids can come in, they just can't sit at the bar.
Well,
Yeah.
and legally you have to check, don't you? I mean, and
yeah.
unless you know,
of
maybe
course.
not every time they come, and once
Yeah.
you know who they are and know that
Yeah.
they're, it makes people feel good when you check them, though. You know
does.
that.
Sometimes I do, yes.
Well, thank you, Caitlin and Sarah. We're going to move over to the softer furniture over there and finish out. So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
okay.
Caitlin. Thank you.
Sarah, I could just kind of spend the rest of the day here. Of course, you did say we need a glass of wine to go with it, but I mean, all these neat pictures, ribbon cuttings, telegram announcement, people having fun. Oh, so was that in California?
Yes. So quite a few of these were from our time in California, and then some are just close friends that we've asked, if you have a picture of you with wine in your hand, send it to us and we'll stick it up on the wall.
I want to mention you've got a little boy too, don't
I do.
you?
Yes, the love of my life. Yes, he's 5 now, and he's huge. He's about to start kindergarten, and my mama heart's gonna cry.
Well, and I think it's wonderful that people see you as young parents, young family.
Yeah.
In Rocky Mountain, invested here, staying here. I mean, guys, what more do you want to know of somebody that you need to support? And Sarah, David Ferris in the beginning referenced a downtown entrepreneurial group that you started to help other people.
Yes.
How's that going? And have you been able to give out money to people at
Yes.
this point?
So we kind of, around fall of last year, when we were still in the heart of COVID and we were watching friends, other small business owners, there's a stress level that came with COVID that I don't think a lot of people understood with small business owners, and it took up more of your time, it took up more of your resources for probably about 50% of what you were making pre-COVID. We were lucky in the sense that we sold alcohol, so we were considered essential. We didn't have too many restrictions on us. And so we felt that it was almost our duty to make sure that our neighbors were successful as well. And so one of the things, both my husband and I come from backgrounds of giving, and so one of our big things we wanted to do was start something that we could give back to our community, but not necessarily be the face of it. And so that's when we went to the chamber and we said, look, we have this idea for our downtown entrepreneurship growth fund. We would like to start it, but kind of have the chamber execute it. And so throughout the last part of last year, we really spent a good chunk of our time trying to raise money for this fund that then went over to the chamber, and the chamber was able to hand out about $3,500 worth of money to our neighbors and other small businesses downtown that just needed that little extra, just to give the edge off just a bit from all the chaos that's been around us for the last year.
And to know that somebody cares. I mean, often that's what you need most.
Right.
Just
Sometimes you just
like,
need a little hug.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, y'all are involved with the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes. So we helped chair the I Give 365 with the Boys and Girls Club, which was really aimed, at young professionals who may not be able to give huge gifts, but to be able to give, $1 a day for a year, and just help, children are our future, and so to be able to make sure that they are growing up in an environment that is healthy and happy and wants them to strive to be their best. I think any opportunity that you can, kind of help with that, even if it's just $1 a day.
And Ron Graney, the Boys and Girls Club, does a great job.
Fantastic, and all of the staff there is absolutely awesome. And
You help with Downey's partnership.
We've helped them with their golf tournament. We go and we pour there. We've helped with some chamber events where we'll go and pour there. We just, we're happy when we're giving. So we don't always need all the money. We like other people to have, fun and help too. So
And Go Red. You also have helped with Go Red, which is Heart.
Yeah, so we just completed 2-month sponsorship with Go Red this year. And it went towards the Heart Center at Nash, and then a little bit for their program as well. So,
You're excited about the future, aren't you?
very.
Yeah.
And slightly scared. But you wouldn't be an entrepreneur if you weren't scared.
No, you wouldn't. And Ryan, y'all are such a great team.
Thank you.
And of course, Caitlin's wonderful too. But I so congratulate you. I mean, this was a leap of faith to start this.
Yes.
You've not only endured, you've prospered, and you have such a fabulous approach to give back, to care about your community. So Sarah, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we look forward to watching your continued success, and people need to come down here and be your customer.
Yeah, come hang out. We're fun.
Sounds great. Thank you, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Jean.